Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one, I would like to take a look at a Seismitoad deck for the CU Cup. So Seismitoad has the very annoying ability Quaking Zone, which says as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon cost 1 colorless more, which is extremely irritating to deal with. So things like Dipplin, for example, would need 2 grass energy every time they wanted to attack you, which is really annoying, especially with the fact, you have 170 HP already, so quite bulky as well. So yeah, very annoying ability. It also has the attack Echoed Voice, which does 120 damage, which honestly isn't that bad in this format, not too shabby at all. And during your next turn though, this Pokemon's Echoed Voice attack does 100 more damage. So basically every time you use this, you'll be doing 120, and then after that, you'll just do 220. So yeah, quite a strong attack really, and very easy to power up for just costing 2 Water Energy. I'm also pairing this up with the Pidgeotto engine, mainly just because Pidgeotto means we can run Fan Rotom. It's like a very powerful ability to get the Pokemon set up. And we've also got the attack Assault Landing to take advantage of, so 70 damage if we have a stadium in play. So quite nice overall. I'm also running Palafin, which is the one that I featured in the Whimsicott, Palafin video really. This Palafin has the attack Vanguard Punch, which does 130. It does do 10 damage to itself for each damage counter on it, but really, for the most part, it's just for getting like surprise KOs in the early game, and for 1 Water Energy, it's really not too shabby. So yeah, quite a good alternate attacker, I would say. As for the trainers, I did change things up quite a lot from when I first tried out Seismitoad in this format, I should say. I was playing things like Crash Awake, and I thought I'd maybe get away with running like Irida, but sadly no rare support is allowed, so that wasn't going to be happening. But I can play things like Brooklet Hill, which is pretty useful. Of course, it will help like other fighting type or water type decks you play against, but overall I would say it's still really good and definitely just better than playing Artisan in this deck, so that's quite nice. I'm also playing Brock Scouting. You'll notice a theme with this list. It's just like a lot of Pokemon search because you just want to get the Pokemon up and running as quickly as possible. So yeah, running Brock Scouting. Like you could run like Arvin and Tool Cards and like TM Evo if you really wanted to, but I just wanted to spice things up a bit because like a lot of standard lists feel the same, with TM Evo and things like that. So I didn't want to try out Tool Cards. I just wanted to do something completely fresh and new. So that's kind of like why this list is the way it is, basically. I've also got like weird things like a one-off copy of Super Scoop Up. It's basically just here to potentially pick up a wounded Palafin. So like, for example, you don't want it to do damage to itself, you could just pick it up and then attach your energy somewhere else. That's quite nice. Also got Aqua Patch, which is here, of course, to help with accelerating energy to Seismitoad, especially after one of them has been KO'd eventually. And we've also got things like Capacious Bucket, which will find water energy, because, 9 water energy isn't masses, really. So that's kind of it for the list. Nothing really else to mention or talk about, really. But yeah, I could definitely build this in several different ways. I just felt this was the most, unique, fun way of trying things out a bit. But, could definitely be made better and definitely room for improvement. But yeah, let me know what you think about this deck down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. So going into my second turn here, my opponent was unfortunately able to essentially donk a Pidgey and get a prize card, which was kind of frustrating. So I'm hoping with an Iono we can get back into this. Now, we do kind of need a Palafin, and we also need to set up a Seismitoad realistically, but okay, that was pretty good actually. We got everything we need. So yeah, we want to evolve here and probably just bench Tympole, I would imagine. Yeah, bench Tympole. And I think we can just attach here because, yeah, I don't think we'll get to use double hit in this matchup anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and use Vanguard Punch. So 130, quite nice. Now my opponent will do 100 to me, which is a bit annoying. And they will also take a bunch of damage less as well. So they'll take 50 less, which is kind of annoying actually. So we do kind of have that to worry about. But it does look like my opponent is playing a Tornadus deck. I'm assuming they're also playing like Landorus or Thunderous, I think it is, that does more damage if you have a Tornadus in play. So yeah, that could be quite annoying. We get the Rare Candy, but we don't get the thingamawhat's-it. The Tympole. Or the Seismitoad. We could actually go get the Seismitoad. Like, that's not too much of a problem. It'd be nice if they whiffed an energy here, actually, and just had to use Knuckle Punch again. Yeah, if they have to use Knuckle Punch, that'd be really, really good, actually. Because then we still have Poffin. Oh, they retreat. Good. Okay, they're going to run away. That's really good for us. Swell, don't mind that. Powerful Colorless, away. It's mean. How dare you? Assault Landing for 90, sure. So if we top deck energy, we could like Guzma KO something, which isn't so bad. I think that's what we might have to do here. Because I don't really want Palafin to KO itself. Unless we like top deck a Super Scoop up and play it. Well, that changes things. So Rare Candy the Toad, which is pretty good. I will go get some more Tympools out the deck, I guess. Now, unfortunately, we don't have an energy, so I will have to use Iono. I don't want to use Iono. It's kind of rough when my opponent has such a small hand size, but I think it is kind of necessary. Although, it's a bit risky if I do it this way, though. Like, so I'm going to lose a Pokemon. Why not? I'll do things a bit more riskier. I'll do Brock's Scouting, and we'll get this. We'll do it this way. We might not get an energy off this. We might not get a Super Scoop up, but I'll try. So we can then use Pidgeotto, try and get an energy. Would be grand. I don't really want to KO Palafin, but not super useful. I'll take that though, because we definitely don't need the additional Pokemon search. So yeah, I don't like having to do this, but we will do it. We're also going to have to sacrifice the Tympole. So yeah, Palafin knocks itself out, which is a bit of a shame. Hate to see it. But we do get a prize. It's an energy, that's good. And I think just a Tympole. And I'm going to do this because I think I just want to Guzma something. I think I probably just want to Guzma the Thresh one. Although I could just finish this one off, actually. Or go for the Gram. Alright, Field blow away their own stadium. Interesting. For a town store. I can't remember what tool cards I'm actually playing. If I'm playing any at all. I might not be playing any. Right, another Cape. Okay. Interesting. Whiffed. That's pretty big. I mean, carrying Tatsuguri wouldn't have been the worst thing either. But I think we want to go after Cram. So that's it's a bit late. I will... What do I want to do first? I want to see if I can get a tool card out of the deck, for sure. Let's see if there's anything in the deck. There's none. Never mind. Not that important, really. Put energy on Seismitoad. I will Aqua Patches to the Tympole. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think we prized it Finizen as well, which is a bit of a shame. I will Airmail. Absolutely do not want to use Iono this turn. Cool. Ooh, both of these are pretty good actually, but I'll take the Incense. Just so I can get a Palitoad down, really. Or Palpitoad. So it's been a bit of a long turn for us, but it's going to pay off, I think. So, Incense for this guy. And then what we can do now is Guzma up the Cramorant. So we don't want them to have such a cheap attacker to use, really. So we'll bring that up. And we'll bring this guy up. And then when this gets KO'd eventually, we can have Aqua Patch and stuff. So Echoed Voice. Quite a clean KO, which is good. So even if they promote the healthy one, we can just one-shot them, which is good. See what we get prize-wise. It's an energy, not bad, not complaining about that at all. So I might just want to commit the 2 energy to this guy, although I could attach over here. But right now we have 170 HP. Their attacks cost 1 colorless more. Like, we're in a pretty solid spot, really. They might be looking for their own Cramorant Town Store play, potentially, which would be a bit annoying. But it seems to be they're going after this guy, which is fair. I get a Cynthia as well. Thing is, they can't actually attack this turn, so, you know, we've got that going for us. So yeah, no Knuckle Punch for you, I'm afraid. Unless they have another way of, like, cheating the attack cost. And they conceded. Okay, cool. Yeah.